Hi, it's Pastor Ken from Northminster Presbyterian Church. Hope you're having a great day and glad you're tuning in to our morning devotions Monday through Friday. I don't know about you, but when I was a child, I remember having all kinds of imaginary games that we would play with our friends. And one of those is that we would be in sword fights, and we would have either swords, we'd pick one up from the store that was made of plastic, or we'd make one out of wood, and we'd have shields, and we'd pretend that we were in a sword battle. I still love movies that have swords and shields in them, and it's exciting to see a sword fight. But when we think about swords, we usually think about something that can do great injury, or something that even divides, something that can cause harm and division. And today, in one of our scriptures from our Presbyterian missionary readings, is a phrase that we're going to be surprised that Jesus would use this kind of language. He says in Mark 10, verse 34, "Do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword." What an amazing phrase. What an amazing sentence for Jesus to say. We're usually, as we talk about Jesus, remember the Christmas story. Jesus is bringing peace. He's the Prince of Peace, not the ruler of a sword. And so what is Jesus meaning by this, and how do we understand this? It is a difficult sentence. He goes on to say, "For I have come to turn a man against his father, a daughter against his mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household." You know, just before this passage, Jesus sends out the disciples in pairs, and you get the feeling that, and Jesus tells them so much, that as you go out, there are some places you're going to be welcomed, but there are some places that you are not going to be welcomed. And we see as Jesus's ministry goes along that his ministry does divide. It does cause mission. There are many that will follow him and that will love him, but there are also a huge amount of people who will not follow him. In fact, who want to get rid of him because he is a danger to their culture, to their society, to the way that they think, even politically. And so even though this is a difficult statement, it is a reminder to us that sometimes as we move forward with God's mission, it's not always going to go smoothly. It's not always going to go well. It will create opposition towards us and towards the gospel. And so we need to be ready for that. But the hope is, and we see this throughout the history of the church, is that even in the midst, in the context of that division, the gospel carries forward. People will respond. There was no greater division in God's plan than the cross. And yet the cross brings about redemption. The cross brings about a reconciliation between us and God for those of us that put our faith and trust in him. And so as we think about our reach principles, as we think about sharing the gospel or inviting people, we should not be discouraged when they say no, or maybe even say that they're not interested at all. And please don't ask them again, because the gospel does at times bring division. Our job is to remain faithful, to pray, to invest, to continue to invite, and to prepare ourselves to be able to tell the good news of Jesus to others. I hope you have a great day. If you want to know, or if you want to read the other readings, there's a link below that you can click on. Again, I hope you have a great day and a great week. God bless.